What's up, everybody? Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day 3 of Forgotten Favorites here in May 2024. We're reviving the Forgotten Favorites concept for the month, where we look at favorite albums that are more obscure, perhaps very underrated because nobody knows about them, right? So we're trying to pick stuff that's really off the beaten path. I've seen lots of folks who have been picking like albums from very notable bands, and then I get that because you want to go with the whole underrated thing, but I'm going to go a bit more obscure than that. I'm going to try very hard not to pick bands that most people know about. And I understand a lot of these bands that we all know and love do have these underrated gems that we're kind of forgotten about and whatnot. I get it. So feel free to pick those if you like, but I'm not going to really go that route. So today I'm going to take a look at an album released from 1970. It was a one and done album, excuse me, from this band. The guys in the band were partly from Massachusetts, partly from Maine, so they were a U.S. band. Call them heavy psychedelic rock / proto metal, I guess. The band, of course, is Euklid. The album is Heavy Machinery. One of the undiscovered little gems from this time period. Again, released in 1970, a 4-piece band. Euklid, some may say. Euklid, I think I've heard that band. Weren't they from Ohio? Because there is a town in Euklid, in Ohio named Euklid, but no. Like I said, these guys were from Massachusetts and Maine. Gary Levitt on lead guitar and vocals. Guy named Maris on electric bass and vocals. Ralph Mazzotta, guitars and vocals. And Jay Levitt on drums and vocals. 7 tracks, a mix of original material and some covers. This is, and again, in re-listening to this, I've heard this many, many times, but it's been a while since I dusted this one out. And you get like kind of like this vanilla fudge, mountain, Asbury Dukes type of thing. It's pretty heavy. It's very psychedelic. It's very of its time. I mean, you definitely know that this is like a late 60s, early 70s release. And like I said, one and done band. They played live quite a bit back in the day. Fuzzy guitars, big riffs and spots, lots of kind of like longer song arrangements and psychedelic freakouts, even though, like I said, most of the tracks here are fairly on the short side, but there are a couple songs where they kind of let loose and do some kind of weird, trippy stuff like that. So you got, kicking off the album, it's kind of like a, what do you call it? Like almost like a medley or a suite comprised of Shadows of Life, On the Way, and Bye Bye Baby. And that's just under 12 minutes long. That's really good. That's probably some of the heaviest moments on the album right off the bat. Very, very cool. Then you get an amazing cover of the Spencer Davis classic Gimme Some Lovin', which, again, I love bands when they do a cover version of the song and they make it their own, almost to the point where you're like, you hear it and you're kind of like, wait a second, do I know that? Oh, that's that song. Wow, listen to that. So if you liked, the reason I mentioned the Vanilla Fudge before, other than the fact that I think that these guys use vocal harmonies in a very similar way, I think they do to covers what Vanilla Fudge did. Vanilla Fudge would take a cover of a song and heavy it up and totally make it their own and add lots of psych influence. That's kind of what they do here as well. First Time, Last Time is up next. And that's also pretty cool. It's an original track. You got Lazy Livin'. That's one of the other more rockin' tracks on here. 97 Days is also pretty high energy, pretty short song. She's Gone, and then a cover of It's All Over Now, which also is done the Euklid way and heavied up and give it lots of kind of psychedelic treatment. So all in all, this is a really fun album and an undiscovered, underrated, obscure, forgotten favorite from this time period. Let's see what's behind here. It's another, more shots of the band. And if you like those kind of late 60s, early 70s fuzzy, heavy guitar tones, like I said, kind of like, Leslie West and those kind of players, you're really going to dig this. This is really good stuff. And, weird, kind of psychedelic production values throughout on the guitars, on the vocals at times. Very, very cool stuff. A long lost underrated, forgotten favorite from 1970. That is my pick today. If you've heard this album, let us know what you think down in the comments below. But if you haven't, go check it out. Euklid Heavy Equipment is the name of the band. I think you'll dig this if you like stuff from this time period. Very, very cool. So thanks for watching. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. Thank you in advance for all your support there. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff on the channel. Just a little bit. Martin Popoff coming into the Funhouse. In just a little while, we're going to revisit those 4 big American bands, heavy bands from the 70s. Kiss, Aerosmith, Blue Oyster Cult, and Ted Nugent. But this time around, we're going to talk about their 80s albums. We're going to rank them and all the little offshoot albums as well. So we got like 34 albums in total. We're going to put them all together in a pile and rank them. That's coming up in just a little bit. We got Ken Golden coming in for the Professor's Picks later today and tonight for Fusion Friday. Do not miss it. It's a guitar-centered show on 4 excellent guitar fusion albums. Actually 5, because there's always George's pick. So we got 5 of them. 4 in the that we're going to rank, and then the other one. So that's coming up tonight. Tomorrow we've got the UK Connection, a show not to be missed, where we each talk about 5 bands we just can't stand, but we probably should like. That's coming up tomorrow. And then ranking the albums on Sunday. Grant Arthur and I will be ranking the albums of the great U.S. band. 4 albums is all they did, but Roadmaster, very, very cool band. If you never listen to Roadmaster, you're in for a treat. Really good U.S. Hard rock, melodic rock band from the late 70s. So tune into that, and we'll see you then. I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.